right then. Here we go. Hey, welcome everybody back to Long Beach, California for the 2027 World Bowls Americas Qualifying Tournament. We're doing completion of double round robins. This will be the last round that we will have. We're starting at the top of the hour. The ladies have already finished their trials. We're just getting ready to start. The match that we're going to show today is the women's pairs final round game between Canada, made up of Jordan Cause and Joanna Cooper, and the United States of America with Nunes and Janice Bell. As the fates would have it, yesterday, so right now in the group play, U.S. is 5-0. Canada is 4-1, only loss coming to USA. However, Canada has one more plus point than the U.S., which makes this game a winner-take-all. Because if Canada were to win this game, they'll have more plus points than the U.S., and they will win in advance. So this becomes a winner goes to World Bowls match. If it happens to be a tie, which ties would stand, then the U.S. will go. But otherwise, this is a winner-take-all match. 18 ends, 3 bowl pairs, about ready to rock and roll. As for us, my name is Scott Roberts. I'm a Bowls USA Hall of Fame member. I'm joined in the booth by Southwest Division Counselor for Bowls USA, Jackie Hogan.
Good afternoon, everybody. This is going to be a great match. I'm looking forward to it.
And also without a headset, Bowls USA President Pam Edwards, who's keeping track of the live scoring as she's been doing throughout this tournament. And staying blessedly headset free.
And you can follow the live scoring for all the games right now. There's 3 games on the game. And you can see all those on the Bowls USA website under the international links. And the bell just rang, so it must be 3 p.m. and we're set to go.
Looks like Canada will start. So I've been giving the background for everybody, but I'll do it again. So here for the Americas qualifying, what they've done is based on standings in 2023 in World Bowls. The top 12 teams advanced to World Bowls for 2027. The teams that were not in the 12 went to regional qualifying, which are happening all over the world. Our region that we're seeing here is composed of Canada, U.S., Argentina, Jamaica, and Brazil. For the women's pairs, both Canada and the United States did not qualify, so they're both playing right now to see who will go. Argentina and Brazil also had teams entered, but they are mathematically eliminated. We had the first bowl, which was fairly heavy. Joanna. Janice has got the right weight, but pretty far off on the line. We're watching a couple Argentina-Brazil matches, and they were not very camera-friendly, especially behind the head, but these ladies know better. Here's a nice adjustment by Joe, just sliding by, maybe about a yard. Just seems a real shame that one of these teams is not going to go. These 4 ladies are incredibly talented in 2 powerhouse countries. Anna and Janice are probably the 2 most decorated women in Bowls USA history. Pretty dominant duo here. And Joe and Jordan are no slouches themselves either. Multiple titles between each of them. Janice had a little bit. It's close to see who's holding. I think Janice would probably win that measure for the U.S. Joe's just sliding by. The wind will definitely be a factor here in the afternoon. It'll be swirling right now. It's going from the players right to left from the screen, as you see, or rather the screen right to left, the players left to right. It's going in the direction pushing this bowl out, if that helps. But that will change throughout the match. But predominantly, it'll be in this direction. Kind of a little bit of a loose head by all the ladies there in the front end. I know it'll get tighter as the match goes on. We have a couple other matches going on, but everything else has been decided. So for the women's triples, U.S. and Canada both had already qualified, so it was a best of 5 that was done between Argentina and Brazil, with Argentina winning. So Argentina's women will be going to their roles for the triples. Similar story for the men's triples. U.S. and Canada had already qualified, and Argentina and Brazil played against each other in best of 5, with Argentina winning that. Jamaica did not field a team for either. Nice shot there by Jordan. Pick up the jack and drag. Holding 3 now. But still room to draw for him. Close here, just a little heavy. A couple yards through there. Jordan's second. This looks really well done as well. Beautiful shot. Toucher. 2 touchers for her. Canada should be holding 4 at the moment. Looks a little heavy as well. She found the little pile. Let's see if she held it in there. Should have cut it down. Probably to 2, I would think. It's still 1, of course, for Canada with that ball right there, but not quite sure who's got second shot. Jordan with a spectacular first end here. Feeling it early. They're sliding that behind. Not bad position there. Canada's not going to like this one. We'll come across here. All right, so Canada will strike first with the 1. Great bowling by Jordan. Get 1 and now take a look at the second. Two it is for Canada. So the other event that was still going on right now, which is still happening, is the men's pairs. We talked about the women's pairs going on here. One match that's happening on the green, and then there's the. We talked about the triples already, and then there's also the men's pairs, which has been won by the U.S. team. Canada had already qualified, so they didn't need to play in this tournament. So it was U.S. versus Jamaica, Brazil, and Argentina. And the U.S. have won the first 5 games, so they're 5-0. Argentina ended up 3 wins and a tie, and 1 loss to the U.S. They're having a rematch now and playing their next game. So U.S. is going for the sweep, and Argentina is trying to get a little bit of revenge there. And that's the other game going on, but that has definitely been decided, and the U.S. team with Bill Baldwin. Aaron Zengel has qualified the U.S. for men's pairs. Here's Joanna's first. A little bit through there. Another probably about 2 to 3 yards. You'll probably see the wind has kind of now gone to corner like behind the ladies. It really is swirls and picks up and gusts. So definitely something to contend with out here at Long Beach. Pretty good opener there by Janice. Maybe a yard 4 feet through. Jo trying to take her weight off. Pretty good correction here. And a toucher. It's well done. Just a slight over correction, but a pretty solid second though. I have to give something for Joanna to contend with, but Jordan doesn't seem concerned about it. I don't blame her. Should be enough room to get all the way around. Another good bowl. Good position there. Solid bowl by Joanna. Janice with a solid second should probably be add that yard here at least. Yard to 2 would be pretty good. Stick on the same line. And just going to drop across for her. So reasonable position here. Jordan's just a great person like that with the coil institute. I mean, she's still a young girl, quote unquote, but I mean, I've known her when she truly was a girl. See her being just a wonderful young lady. But I loved her. She had the best profile of all because in one of the links at the bottom they asked world ranking if anything, and she said #1, but I could be wrong about that.
Yeah, I read that. That's cute.
That is great. And for the record, yes, she is. Meaning, yes, she is wrong about that.
Yeah,
not that she's #1, just that she's wrong about that.
Yeah, she plays here in
decent position there. So
Jordan plays here in the U.S. often, so a lot of us know her. She's one of us sometimes.
Yeah, she's a regular at the U.S. Open. I think I first met her playing in what we used to have a North American Challenge between U.S. and Canada. We were both kind of a development program we used to have for many years. Kind of a good way for veterans and also from up-and-comers. And at the time, Jordan and I were both kind of up-and-comers. And it's a little short with this one here. Going to try it again. Just a little heavier than I think she wants. Let's go over the shoulder for Ann here. From the point of view of a world champion. It's the turn. Kind of sailing by. Not quite sure of the count at the moment. Obviously at least one, but I'm not sure about the second. Jen needs to drop a little bit of the pace. Hit the jack. Oh, just missed it. Wow, I thought she was going to get it. the best shot for Ann would be to just kind of replace the bull. You really don't want to jack or bull shot. You really just want to kind of hit that bull with a couple feet of weight and just kind of replace it. Just kind of sit there. Because then even if you don't quite get it, at least the weight's good, then you should get in for 2. Just keep it to 1. That's really well done there. Really well done there. And that makes it just the 1 for Canada. But they'll have a 3-0 lead after 2 ends. Canada out to a strong start, up 3-0. And they played yesterday afternoon. U.S. was up 1 and Canada got a 4, so it was 4-1 after 2 that Canada was leading, and then the U.S. really started going on a run. They only lost 5 ends, so they won 13 ends to the 5. Canada's off to a strong start in this one. Take all match. Throw a little loose with that one.
From here I see a better there, but there's a lot in the way. I could see like a piece of it here, but if you go swigger way, I almost have to feel it.
Janice in a little bit better position, but again, pretty far through. Yards, so hopefully they didn't make a significant adjustment here. And another correction by Joe. Waiting for Janice here to draw. About a yard out, but that is the shot at the moment. Let's see if Joanna can split the difference here. It's kind of picked up and it's kind of blowing across from the right to left shoulder. Good here. Is it going to stomp? Just kept on assailing. Janice holding now. Good ball by Janice. Yeah, really well done there. Oh, it even fell against the bias to kind of hide it a little.
Yeah.
That was a good trick. I think that's how it was yesterday. Janice was just a little loose at the early goings. Ann was really on it early, both Ann and Jordan. And then Janice kind of really started to get the feel for it. Joanna a little bit, but Janice really kind of turned it on. Definitely a different gear. And here's Jordan. Probably just nice and positive with the first one. Yeah, nothing wrong with this. Just getting a feel for the line and the weight width here. Don't want to be short for your first one to block everything up. So, and ideally, we're going to kind of float behind and see if she can get to that pole. their closest. Wouldn't be bad. Missed the lineup, but pretty good weight though. Could be in for 3. I think you'll see Jordan make a nice correction here. Yeah, this is really well done here.
Oh, yeah!
Good shot. Didn't quite get paid off, but definitely broke it loose. Again, wants to come to the last delivered bowl. Wouldn't be bad. If she happens to hit that bowl in front, it's fine. Pushed a little closer. U.S. should still be holding one, I believe. I think her target is to get to that back bowl. It's a drop on in here. Just didn't seem to, just kind of hung out there a bit. A little heavy. Joe's going to have a look to see who's got second, looks like.
I think you're better off.
Just have Jordan just kind of make a small correction here. Interesting what line she chooses. If she's going to try and go around the purple, that was what Joe was setting up, but it might be better to go between the purple. That one fell over just in time. Yeah, she's through the purples and hit it and trickles in. Oh, gosh, it just kept rolling. I would have thought for sure that was going to be in for sure. So at the very least, it's close. And just really, again, once the draw goes 3 bowls, right to where Janice's foot is pretty good. Just get to that bowl is good. Touching on that bowl in front should get her shot, or slipping around clean. I think that's the proper way if she can get the line right. I think she's taking a little off here, unfortunately. So we'll see. It's probably going to be the measure or look to see if Jordan was able to get it. Jordan's definitely been the best player on the rink so far. Multiple great shots by her early on. And it's one more for Canada. Extending their lead to 4-0 up to 3 ends. Check some comments here. Nice sentiment by Marco. Before we get to the Patriots here, for the U.S. and McGowan for Canada. Reasonably strong contingent for a midweek tournament. Watching this match, members of both national teams are out here watching and rooting with their teammates on. So tomorrow we'll be starting the other events: men's and women's singles qualifying and men's and women's fours. Decent opener by Joe. Janice, she's really smoking through here. Joe's only about a yard through. The main thing is you don't want to overcorrect here. Just a micro adjustment here. again, a little bit of an over adjustment. This really needs to take some pace off this one. Better, but still about 5 feet through. Just needs, again, just a micro adjustment, probably just correcting right between the two here. Pretty good. Yeah, another nice ball. Again, still room to draw here. Nothing really in the way. Either hand's open. Janice is a little steamy again. She might pick up the jack though.
Oh, she did.
Wow.
Whoa.
Wow, that's I don't know if that was the plan, but she'll take it.
Plan B.
Driving lead. Janice is fond of telling me her last name is pronounced Bell. Drag for two there. A little bit of a chuckle. For Jordan. It's a kind of strange little gap with the jack where it is between those two bowls. Not a great path to it. And Jordan taking a little stab, which is all right. I see it playing like a chopped lie on that bowl, but it's a bit heavy. The hand's just kind of got a free draw. And Janice not only fortunate with getting the drag, they're fortunate to drag it to her own for two, and then also fortunate to kind of overrun the jack to kind of get in the draw line. So it worked out really well for her. Happy mistake, I think. Let's see if Ann can get it for him and get another one in and put some pressure on the Canadians. Good time to get this to three here. That's pretty strong. And she's done it. She hasn't made the profile any bigger.
It's hot right in front of you.
Yep.
Yeah.
So it doesn't look like an appealing target. So, I mean, tempting for Jordan to have a go here. Coming in with some weight to go underneath those two bowls in front to the right of the head. Come underneath and see if she can chip those two bowls out or take the jack clean. Might be what she's trying here. Yeah. So try a little pressing weight here. Not far away. Yeah, she got it. Well done. Excellent shot. Jack out of bounds, stuck in the ditch. And well, putting the jack will be respotted on the tee here. Have that bull that's there. One of our ITO reps telling her this is exactly where it goes. And that's Jordan's first bowl that's back there, so it's like she drew the tee and then she chipped the jack right to it, or rather knocked it out of bounds to get it there. She's probably only about a foot away, so Ann's just trying to see if she can get one close to it. Got a little kind of wrecked on those bowls in front. So the ladies should have one more left. There's kind of a lot of traffic on that side, but let's see, the profile probably doesn't look too bad with all the stuff in front. Should have plenty of room to get around. Get in for a second. And this is one of the things I know, especially the Canadians practice, drawing the tee. It's a good Good drill, something to do at various distances, but she's kind of overcooked that one. Well, it's one down, and Ann's got last bowl. Kind of trying to talk about what they're going to do, so she's going to come in at a mixie. She wanted to see what the profile is and where the jack ended up, so I think she's looking to come around it. Just basically play the same shot that Jordan did, trying to see if she can draw it or rest that ball out. It'd be very unlucky if we get 2 units. It's hard to see a world where this gets worse than 1 for the U.S. here. So she might as well do whatever it is she thinks she can do here. Get going. Oh, it's gonna make it. Oh, tried really good weight, just kind of missed the line. But it's one more for Canada. Again, another spectacular shot by Jordan. And now it's 5-0 after 4. Just when the wind had stopped, the gusts again, just to remind you that it's there.
That's the won't leave us alone.
It's just like, it was nice and peaceful, and I wasn't thinking about it. And all of a sudden,
It reminds you.
somebody turned on the wind machine.
Could we put up a counter wind machine? Would that?
Well, I'll get right on that.
Okay.
Get like a wind meter that's an overlay on the screen. It took them a while for the NFL to even have that for kicking field goals. I think they're starting to do it on occasion now. I've even seen it when they did it in a dome stadium and it just said 0. It's like, yeah, really, do we need that? All right. There's Joanna. So even when the U.S. kind of got a little bit of a break with Janice's kind of playthrough, Jordan still is able to recover it with a great position bowl and then a great weighted shot. She's very easily been the best player in this match so far. Joe, a little bit through, a couple yards maybe. Janice trying to put some pressure on. About a yard through. All right. Joe. No, she managed to catch that ball. Kind of helped save her a little bit. She was really traveling. Wind is pretty much in the player's face right now. Janice just kind of wants to do something similar. I want to take off more than a yard here. And in fact, I think she's added to it. Come all the way in the back. Joe probably still wanted to take a couple yards off here. Good. Looks like a good adjustment here. Good adjustment here. Beautiful ball. Well done. Touch on the jack. A little drag for 2. Janice trying to see if she can jar it loose here. She's not far away. Great shot by Janice Bell. Wow. 2 beauties by the ladies there. And again, it's just a shame that one of these teams is not going to be at World Balls. All 4 of them are so good. up now, down 1. Again, as long as she's been playing this forehand. Her first bowl has always been kind of a little bit through, which is okay. And she's just been kind of adjusting off that. Hand's been just a little off. And George's been deadly, and hand's just been a little off. It's pretty good here. This needs to dive a little. This needs to dive a little. Close for a second. Just between the gap. You can see the home run sitting there waiting. When she gets that jack, it could be 5 or 6 with the next one. You have just a big pocket. And especially since they've been playing this kind of the opposite hand, the non-ditch hand. Just wants to gently arrive here. Just touch on it. Very good by Nunes there. Should be 2, maybe 3. Oh. Checking it to see if it's 2. Well, she's measuring it. I mean, it could be anywhere from 1 to 3. I think she's saying it's 2, as far as she can tell. But any action on that bowl, I think what she's saying, any action on that bowl, just trying to hit it with like a yard on, just enough to just kind of pop it to the other 5 that they have sitting right there. Just a nice arriving bowl, maybe a yard over at most. She's come across it. She doesn't have it this time. All right, good time. Kind of a free but not so free throw here for Ann, because she doesn't want any jack movement. Don't want to make their shot for her. But she did just have a stunner and could use the points. I think what Janice was calling is don't try and hit the shot ball, try and hit that other one. Just kind of tap on it. Just kind of flip it in and trying to make sure it's in the count. And just kind of played it all safe. Don't really blame her if they want to turn it over, especially since they could have 2 or 3. They're going to measure this, but the U.S. will get on the board. Just a question of how many they get. Like Janice is saying, this one too, right? And Joe's like, wait a minute, I want to measure. Do take the second one out. Janice says, I gotta see it for myself. But Janice was right that other one was in for 2. 2 it is. The U.S. gets on the board though. And for the first time they'll have control of the jack. The best thing in the world you want to hear when you're starting the 6th end. But it's 5-2 now. After 5. In this 2027 World Bowls Regional Qualifier. Long Beach, California. The women's pairs. Again, the winner of this match will go on to represent the Americas World Bowls. Happens to be a tie, then the U.S. will win the tie. They will be the ones that advance. All right, see if the U.S. gets to play their distance, see if they can make something happen. Pretty good opener by Janice, jack high. there too. Well, if we see another end like the last one, this is going to be a barn burner down the stretch. Four of these ladies playing pretty well in that last end. Again, good weight by Janice, and just trying to adjust the line and just kind of, you can see she just was, she was a foot and a half out and just wanted to adjust the line and kind of over adjusted. Good Joe. Doesn't want to do much different. She can afford to add a little pace to her last one. She took a little weight off. Unfortunate. Janice, on the other hand, keep from pressing that one in, I think. It's just a little short there. Not too bad. And the 4 on that side, they really kind of muck things up. Sending Joe on that hand too. Both kind of underestimate the break. Get a little edge. Yep, there we go. Take every break you can. She had that nice little wall that she could use, and she used it. Well done there. So Canada holding 1 now. Kind of disrupted that wall a little bit too. Trying to draw one in, get a flip on Janice's, push it over. Not quite enough though. Canada's still holding on. So they have like a metal chair right behind the center rink, and the sun is causing a glare off the chair. Pretty good ball here. Oh, got a little tick on the jack. Unfortunately, she got a little touch on the jack and then just hit her own bowl and just kind of turned it out. So it should be 1 now for the U.S. holding. Again, it's not very good there. A little too tentative. Jordan can afford to play this nice and positive if she wants to. Just trying to see if she can get the shot ball. She's going to need to get a rub similar to Joe got. Yep, there it is. She apologizes for it. But that'll get him shot. But it's Canada holding 1 now. Anne has a very particular trot.
Yeah, she does.
Particular trot when she comes on. And know penguins don't make that, but she's a big penguin fan, so I always think penguin trout. But penguins don't do that, but it's just where Anne's, just kind of, I see it all the time. It's something, she can run, she just kind of got that little trot, which is nuts. Goes through my head. It's just a huge fan of penguins. So. Big shot here in the match. Down one. Kind of trying to capitalize on the break they got. It needs to be nice and positive here. Trying hard here. Boom. Well done by Ann Nunes. What a shot. Wow. Great bowl. Amazing. But Jordan's got one. I think they're looking to see if it's more than one. Or Joey's rather. I'm not sure. Now, one thing for Jordan could play the same kind of shot. She could take the bowl and then sit for a shot. Or she's got the little drag for three, which I think is what Joe is saying. She's kind of putting her towel there, and she's kind of in her Johnny Bench stance.
Johnny Bench.
Pudge Rodriguez like the odds on her. It's just, again, she's kind of a little narrow. I don't know if she's going to get the rub this time. Probably cut it down to one, though, I think, with that, if there was any thought of it being two. Let's see. Janice gives nothing away. But the U.S. definitely scores again here on a great shot by Ann Nunes. Two it is. Again, great shot by Ann Nunes. Closes the gap 5-4 now after 6. Kind of the tides has turned, whereas Jordan just literally could not miss in those first 4 ends. She could not miss, and now Anne's the one that can't miss, and Jordan can't quite match her. There's the gust of wind, just it's done. So we're 1/3 of the way through this match, scheduled for 18 ends of 3 bowl pairs. World Bowls, 2027 World Bowls, Americas Regional Qualifier. U.S. sitting at 5-0. Canada sitting at 4-1, but with one more plus point than the U.S. Again, I said winner take my match.
One plus one. Amazing.
Even with the U.S. beating them. Janice is first, a little narrow. I'll adjust that camera a bit. There's Joe, a little shorter in this one. Pretty good bowl here. Yeah, a little touch on it. Nice bowl there by Joe. Visual on the depth there. Still a lot of room for Janice. Hard here, trying hard, fighting against bias. Yeah, that's well done. Stops it right next to the jack to hold shot. Kind of sets up a similar weight for Joe. She could just play a little tighter with the same weight and just kind of did a jack or bolt shot. Come on over and see if she can pick one up. Far away here. Yep, she got it. Yeah, well done. Very good. Jack ball got the jack. So hold one now. Janice is in the same kind of boat, trying to do the same thing, and she's got a bowl that she can make use of. A little bit of a wing bowl that's her own. She can just dive underneath that. Trying to get jack of ball on the other hand. Main thing with this shot is you just don't want to be short. because then you're kind of getting in your partner's way. Who's trying to make the same shot. Yeah, unfortunate. She's hung it out a little bit, so it's at least like she's not in the way. I can see them trying to do the same. Yeah, I was going to say, trying to get there first. Jordan calling for Joanna to get there first because she does have that wing ball. She can push off with the purple there and come on through. I really like this call by Jordan. Even though Joanna hasn't played this hand much at all. Just that little pace. Even she's through by a yard is okay. It's going to be hard to break this. This wants to be all the way up. Pretty good ball there. Don't know if she got second or not. Let's see. She really would have, I mean, the A+ shot would have been to come around and just kind of tuck the jack in that same spot to just kind of drag for three and kind of hide it, because then all of Janice's balls would be short. Still, great end by both the ladies. I think Janice would like to have that last one back though. She's trying this jackal ball shot. Not far away here.
Oh,
Just slid through the gap. Just through the gap and behind.
a couple quick scores. The men's pairs final match in men's pairs: Argentina, USA. US is ahead 8-3. And the men's pairs: Brazil and Jamaica. Brazil is ahead of Jamaica 9-2, and both of those games are in 8th end.
I think Jordan is probably going to do the same kind of shot that she was calling for Joe. Just going to tuck around the corner, just kind of gently arriving, kind of trying to tuck it around. It's very close here. Pretty good roll there. Should make it at least 2. We have a pocket there. Interesting, because I think this is probably the right call by Janice, but there is a little danger if she happens to hit the outside of the jack. Flicks it in, then it'll be forward. It'll be just absolutely buried in there. I think it is a proper play. Just, and it would be hard luck if that were to happen. So there it is. Touch that one? No. A little short, I think. Need a little more pace. Janice is going to move out of that. There's some kind of discussion going on. Coach might have got involved. The call is to try and come on the other hand this time. See if she can push that pile up there all the way up and in, because it's pretty safe and you won't get any jack movement. Yeah, like so. Kind of space it out a little bit, kind of taking away the jack or bowl shot. Now it's pretty dicey. Again, this is not just having bowls in the head, but having bowls in good position, bowls behind. You can see that's what I think they were trying to encourage, to try and push on that. I mean, it was one thing to do the tuck because they had that big pile and Jack was kind of covered. She could afford to play that positive and push bowls behind. And now you see it's set up not very good for him. Well, she can't just free swing on jack or bowl shot anymore. Because if she does, she could easily tip it and give away a bunch. She's got to be very precise here. And it's set up nicely for Jordan to just play the same thing she wants to. Just keep shoving her on up. try it again here. The first one was a pretty good attempt. Second just a little short, a little overcorrection, I think. Here we go. It's close. She was close. Oh man, what an effort though. If she gets any part of that purple ball, you would have flopped in for a shot, I'm sure. And she just barely kind of just slid by it. I think Georgia's going to try the same thing. She's just kind of trying to go on that same forehand to hers and just trying to get into those 3 balls. Just kind of shove them all up into her account. Definitely hopefully one. Oh, she's just going to try and take that ball out since they got everything else. Oh. Boy, very aggressive. You could see it with just that one ball sitting there. I mean, I thought it was his risk reward because if you flick the jack, then you'll drop 2. But she opted to go for it thinking they could get a 5 out of it. But figuring it was worth the risk. But they'll get 1 for Canada there. They will get the one that they had to go up 6-4 after 7. And a bold shot there. I mean, it could have easily gone wrong for them. But I felt they figured it was worth the risk. All right, let's check on some more comments.
No vamos.
No vamos system. John and Rebecca written for Canada here. MS. Patty Lewis wants to be like Jordan when she grows up. That's very sweet. I'm sure she appreciate that. Veronica, past present for Janice and Ann. Alan says he has no sound. Turn it up. I don't know, ready for a great shot. I think our audio's working, so take your volume. All right. So Canada up 6-4 after 8. Pretty good game. A lot of good balls here, as we expect from these teams. Joe, solid opener, about 5 feet through. Starting to find it again. Just a foot and a half there. So Joe can make the adjustment here. Good pull there. Janice still holding one. And it's going to get in the way. Maybe send Joe to the other hand, I think.
Yep, they did.
Good ball there. Nice ball by Joe. We're dragging the jack for 1. Janice, I think Anne's telling her she can really play the hand, but probably set up home is much nicer for forehand. probably had decent pace. Maybe needed another couple people, just a little bit up and down. Here's Jordan. Drop one in here. Let's touch it on our own ball. Yep, that'll make it 2. Sam trying to get one in here. Just a touch short and narrow. Not that far away. Less than a yard, I think. But still third. Solid bowl, kind of popped everything loose there. I think it's still 2 though. It looks like kind of like a 1 in, 1 out. Pushed and pops them loose. I think. I guess it'd be 2. There's an interesting little backstop from him. This one's not going to be short. There's the jack. Goes around. Pretty good bowl there. Quite get shot out of it, but I think she moved it. It's getting to be in a dicey spot. I think Jordan's just going to keep playing through all the plays, keep playing the same hand. You'll probably see Ann switch over unless something changes. Just sailed a little through there. Janice is having a look all the way around. Still a fair amount of room for Ann to draw. I mean, these are the ones that you want your skipper to kind of make the shot. I think Ann's, I'm gonna have a look. I'm gonna try to. I just see it. I just see it all the time. I gotta call it something.
A little jog.
I mean no disrespect.
No.
But it's a very distinctive trot. Curious what she's gonna. Again, it's she could switch hands, and it's a pretty open hand. Or she can kind of play through the delivered. Yeah, looks like that's what she's lining up. It's a little high. I don't know if it's going to get down in time. Just never did make the turn with the pace it had. Well, we'll see what. Canada's going to score again. It's just a question of how many here. I got 2 out already. Three it is. Okay, well, big end for Canada. We'll go 9-4. Well, that's an interesting one to look back on. See if maybe she should have just done the draw on the other hand. She maybe just didn't feel it, like she could get one close there. Anne's usually, I mean, she's just such a good draw bowler. And usually likes to draw herself out of trouble. I've seen people that like to draw themselves out of trouble or drive themselves out of trouble. And then there's some that can use both, and they're the ones that are the most dangerous. And I always, to me, I mean, maybe that's because it's me and I'm a draw out of trouble guy myself, but I always feel you got better percentages going to your strength, which is what I think that is. Somebody like Ryan Bester for Canada, he's a drive. He is very much a drive out of trouble. Not that he can't draw, but he's very much a drive out of trouble. To pick a name. All right, Joe's first, a little bit behind, a couple yards, I think.
If I remember right, bowls at 23. With Ryan Bester.
Was that Janice McElroy? Oh, good bowl there by Janice. Right behind it. Well done there. Could be wrong, but I thought it was New Zealand Janice McElroy.
I think in the men's singles.
Yeah.
Not Ryan Bester, was it?
Might have been. Oh, good bowl. What a shot by Joe.
Yeah. Yeah. Ryan Bester defeated Gary Kelly.
Oh, Gary Kelly.
Uh-huh. 21-16, and I was sitting right there watching that game. And I believe it was a drive at the end of Ryan.
Put it away, yeah.
Put it away, yeah.
Yeah, I think it was the previous World Bowls was Bester and McElroy. That's what I was thinking of. All right, here's Janice again trying to get another solid one. She's holding one anyways. Wow, another beautiful bowl by Janice Bell. Got two bowls that she's drawn to within 4 inches. Both in two different spots for two different hands.
Stick with this. A little roll on yours is good.
That's for Joanna to kind of press on around there. Trying to see if she can hit her own bowl up into the shot. Even if she comes across the head, she could take Janice's out. There are a lot of options there. Take the second out, push her toucher up, get to the jack, pitch that one out. Just need a little action on something. And even with the miss, she's still in a good position. Janice looking to hold 3 here in another bowl. I think she doesn't want to be afraid of it. Just try and do something similar. Definitely no shorter. Putting around behind. Right on it. Close. See Jordan try the same shot that she was calling. She's going to come the other way. She's just going to do a jack or roll shot and come on this other hand, I think. Looked like she got that away very good. Could be wrong. Yeah, hard to argue with the result. Looked like it was okay. What she wanted. Happen to find the hole. That's one of the things. It's kind of a big target, but there's a lot of holes. is going to go for the position bowl behind here. Just kind of go on the forehand and just try holding 2 or 3. Just try and prevent it from being a big end for Canada and just play the forehand and come all the way around. She's going to do that, and she doesn't want to touch any of these bowls. Yeah. Just kind of put it in the middle of the triangle there and behind, given that there are 3 down back there. She also doesn't change the head, so she hasn't closed any of those holes in the head. So what we can do here, let's see what's going to hang on.
Oh, it took a big turn.
Just slid by. I think they're looking to, now she's looking for that, since it's not the overweight charm, it's just kind of like a drag. Trying to get to that hole 3 with this. Have to hit that bowl to succeed. Yeah, okay. Doesn't make it look quite so good there. Let's have 2 swings at it. Let's try and get with this third. I think the U.S. is only 2 or 3 here. Give it a go. Not far away, pretty close. Oh, what a shot. Beautiful, and it finishes right behind. Beautiful bowl by Jordan. Great shot there. Gotta make shots like that if you want to be a skipper for Team Canada. Alright, and just kind of wants to replace that bowl if she can. She's got no business being short. She's not far away here. She's going to do it back to her. Ooh, tipped it, may have done it. Great shot regardless. We're going to have a look-see. 2 great shots by these 2 skips. Looks like she did get the shot. Now they're looking to see if she turned it into more than one. Well, 2 beautiful bowls by these ladies. It's high quality play. All right, 1 for the U.S. Big shot there. Close the gap. 9-5 as we hit the halfway point in this match. Go through some comments here. This Boyd Hogan guy says he's got sound. That's good. Tammy Foster. Doubling up on the Canada part. Jean's there watching. Yeah, great shot under pressure. Agreed. And then now we got everybody saying the great shot for Nunes. All are correct answers. David's appreciating that. All right, 9-5 at the halfway point. Playing 18 ends. Winner take all. Again, if you're just joining us, this is the 2027 Americas Regional Qualifier for World Bowls, 2027 World Bowls Championship. Top 12 teams, based on the 23 finish, automatically advanced. The U.S. and Canada were not in that for the women's triples, so they had a regional qualifier. Participants here were these two teams, as well as Argentina and Brazil. Jamaica had the opportunity to enter but did not have a team. And after double round robin, and this is the last round in the double round robin, the U.S. is currently 5-0. Canada is 4-1, with their only loss being to the U.S. from yesterday. But Canada has one more plus point than the U.S. And with the round robin, usually the plus points all count. They don't have any kind of limit on when you do a round robin because everybody's playing everybody. So because of that, if Canada wins, then they'll have the same record, but we'll have more plus points. That's why it's winner take all here. Obviously, if the U.S. wins, they're 6-0. If it happens to be a tie, the U.S. will also go to world wins. All right. A little bit of a loose end here. Nothing quite within a yard here. Only the ladies with their first two. Again, as is the international standard, 3 ball pairs. You're playing 4 ball pairs somewhere. What's wrong with you? Yeah, needed something behind. Nothing wrong with this one. Yes. Really needs to be between her 2 bowls. She could probably draw just like a first bowl and then an overcorrection. It just kind of needs to be between the 2. Don't think she's done it with this one though. She's going to have to get a little rub here. Not kind of through. A spectacular last finish there by Jordan and Ann. I mean, all the ladies played that in really well, but Jordan and Ann with those last bowls were just high quality there. 2 of the best bowls you'll see anywhere. Men, women, goat.
Men, women, goat.
Yeah, I don't know, just
Greatest of all time. That kind of goat.
it's the movie. A little narrow there for an opener. Let's do it over the shoulder for Jordan here. So she can slide through everything here. It's pretty good there. Nice bowl there. Should be holding. Ann's got the right weight, just needs to take a little more grass. Just needs to slip this bowl and she'll be in there, I think. Trying. Oh man, it just kind of rolled against the bias there at the end. Thought it was really going to take that turn and jump right in there. Small adjustment needed here by Jordan. Just kind of hung out a little bit, just at the outside of that ball. All right, last ball for the skippers. Hard here, just need to find that bowl. Oh man, what an effort. I don't know if she did it, but it was a great ball. He just tipped it out. It just fell over. I don't know if it's enough or not. Just needs just a small correction here. got a nice little rub. Just kind of traveled. Fell in the right way though. Don't know if she did it. Have a look-see. Been a lot of measures in this game. One down. Jordan does with her last. She's the first. They're the first to double digits. 10-5 now. After 10 ends. Kind of a sign of a good game is when you have a pretty low scoring. It shows that the teams are kind of trending nicely. The U.S. has won only 3 of the 10 ends, which is the opposite of how it was in their previous match, where the U.S. won 13 out of 18 ends. So 8 ends to go. 5-point lead for Canada.
Joanna, try to touch her.
Comments in here. Canadian fans are here in force. That's not great to Mariana. It is a great game. It was a great game yesterday when these two teams played. And again, I'll say it. It's just a shame that one of these teams is not going to work out, because they both really deserve to be there. They're both very good teams. Joanna was pretty good weight, but pretty narrow, and like barely in bounds. So both these ladies make some good corrections here. A lot of room to draw. First one within 2 yards right now. Not a shot here. This looks like a good one here.
All the way.
It's going to travel all the way. Yeah, just about a yard short, but that's shot right now. See, hangs on. It's like kind of narrow. Just great weight though. Great weight. Nice recovery after kind of a couple blanks by Joe. Great third bull there. Let's see if Janice can just add this yard here. Stay on plane. It's going to be a little too much. So Canada holding 1, 5 on the board. Pretty good here. Nice pull there. 2, and reversed. Down a couple on the head. Just to get a piece of it, just sliding by. So the U.S. team really doesn't need to get numbers, but they need to win ends. You can't afford to lose too many more ends because they're either just going to just keep getting further and further away from you. Another draw here. Not a bad position to be behind. Nothing wrong with that. Kind of covering those 3 just in case. Still Canada holding a couple. This is going to slow down. The same bull, I think. That's the exact same bull. Looks like they're trying for another draw here. Probably in there for 3. I think the smarter play is just to try and draw for shot, but there is the drag for 5 if you wanted to be aggressive. If you want to be aggressive on this hand and play through the jack and drag it, you could get a 5 here. But it's a very much a risk-reward shot because you're 3 down in the head.
See the previous 2 shots. You might make her land right now.
Just needs to hit the inside of that
Yeah.
and help. Oh, little body English from Janice. Like that heel kick there.
Mm-hmm.
Should be 1 for Canada, I think. Yep, 1 for Canada. Another end 1. So we go up 11-5. The one to think about. I think that she made the right shot, given, but I was kind of. You could see something like that. You just want to call it out, I guess. I mean, when all said and done, I mean, I'm turning from 3 to 1, so it was very much worth it. But this is kind of starting to get away from it now. 6 down with 7 to go. A little bit of a shorter jack here. I don't know if Joe meant to do with that short. We're going to have a look-see. And it's pretty sure that this is short. Based on the way she was stepping it off. I think like it's going to be like about a yard short here. I see we have these both center international technical officials or ITOs out here. We have 3 of them here, I believe. It is short. So it'll be the, if you're a little new here, traditionally it's 21 meters in the U.S., but for this international tournament, the international center is 23 meters. So if it's not 23 meters, if it's too long or too short in this case, then the mat is forfeited to the other team, and they get to deliver the jack and set the mat how they want. So these look like they almost did the same thing. So interesting. Crack me up if this is short too. Now, if both teams mess up, quote unquote, don't throw a legal jack, let's say, then the first team, the team that originally has it, jack goes on the 2 meter mark, and then And then the first team would get to place the mat wherever they want to. I think we might have 4 ITOs here. Is it 4? Do you know?
There's 3 of them.
It's 3?
Yes.
Okay.
Willie, Hugh, and Angela.
Okay.
But there were, when we opened up the applications to the ITO crews to see who wanted to come to this event, I believe 9 ITOs submitted a request to visit us here on the States.
Well, isn't that nice?
Isn't
People actually still want to come. Good opener there by Joe. Janice trying to match her. Pretty good bowl there. Oh, just a touch short. 2 good bowls by the ladies. I don't really want to do much different here. If you're Joanna. Try not to be any short. Yeah, it's a pretty good bowl. Janice wants that a couple feet. Even the yard is fine. I'm trying to play the same hand a little tighter, I think. I think that's what Anne's calling, so she can push her own up or hit into one of those 2 bowls. All of those options are good. The thing is just trying to have good weight here. Yeah, gonna hit just a tick, but it'll trickle on in for shot. It's well done. It's even with that weight, if she would have hit her own, she would have gone in. So it's good when you have multiple options, as long as you have a good weight. So she says the line's been a little shaky for the ladies with the wind gusting here and there. It's good to have that. See Joe play the same hand, probably similar shot here. Maybe a touch tighter. She just added the weight and kept the same line. Janice just going to do the same thing. And we've got the same option, trying to push her own up. Or just kind of pushing into those 2 bowls, facing them out. Kind of one in, one out. I think they're still holding. They have that ball kind of go the other way, so that it's going to make Jordan look at it. Better position, I think. You know, the way these skips are playing, I don't think it's going to matter who's holding right now. Both are changing things left and right. So when your skips are doing that and kind of making a lot of conversions, then really you just want to get bowls in the head. You really don't care, are we holding here or there? I mean, when you get to the end maybe, but when when loose and you're seeing these yard sale heads where bowls are all over the place, yeah, you want to know. But for the way they're playing, they're just kind of executing shot after shot after shot. I mean, the head is changing, the jack's moving, bowls are moving, so you just want to have it more than your opponent. So we're just kind of trying to play the same shot you called, just trying to play through those 2 bowls, get a little promotion. Yeah, probably followed her right on in there for shot, just playing it like a chopped lie there. Definitely holding 1 at least. It's got an interesting choice, kind of eyeballing which hand. She can play the same thing, that's what Janice is saying. Play the same thing, you can push her up or push those 2 out. I think Anne's looking maybe coming the other way. Yep. Trying to get the camera adjusted so we can try to straighten that if we can. And is trying the other way. I think she's going to try to play the same shot that Jordan played and just trying to chop lie on those 2. Just trying to hit those 2 bowls and kind of try and split them, have them both go, and have her sit. And at that weight, she could split them, they both go out, and she'd sit there, or she could hit that one of the, like the inside one would be the ideal one, and then have it go all the way, and then she would kind of trickle in for a shot. At the very least, she's cut it down and she's taken that shot ball out of the way. I think that's what she was seeing, especially since it's a pretty big target. She just missed it. Get a good view here. Trying to get the camera. Trying to go the other way and just kind of get behind here. Just not cooperating. It's going to go the other way now. I think she feels like she's got more to hit on this side, which is true. She can get an extra option there. And
Whoa,
there, look
okay.
at that. That'll work.
Double win.
That'll work. Again, that was a difference. So like I said, like Ann earlier, the first round was more of like a drive out of trouble. It was more of like an overweight, like a severe overweight out of trouble. You saw she was like 4 yards through, 5 yards through, trying to split those balls. And Ann is a better draw bowler. That was a little more of like at most a yard, almost just draw weight, really. And just, she can obviously play both shots, but for Ann, I think she just leaning on the draw is better. And that played out perfectly. She got the result she wanted to hold one. See what I think their concern is. Ann's got a way if she could play that same. I mean, she could be very aggressive and hit her own ball, and it might pop both of those out, and then maybe sitting 3, maybe 4, if there's no movement. But I mean, that's a tall order.
There's danger in the back, though.
Yeah. So I think Ann is probably going to do the same thing and try and just arrive, just chip that ball up if she's got her shot. So I think Jordan might be just going for the promotion, trying the same kind of shot of like a chop lie on that same hand. She could also play the forehand and split the difference, but I think she's going to play the same thing she just played.
Backhand.
Yeah, playing the backhand and just trying to chop lie, except on Ann's ball this time. But Hurley hitting any of those 3 balls would be helpful. Yeah. She just happened to hit the outside one. But now what it does is if Ann, now with those only, see what Janice is doing with this little shove there with the hand. If you can hit that ball, now with 2 balls there, it's going to be harder to move them out. With only 1 ball there, look what happens if she draws and happens to hit that ball into that hole. That one would go out and they'd be sitting 4. But that's pretty risky. I think she's better off just kind of trying to draw and just kind of tip it in. Same ball she just played, I think is what she's going to end up playing. Janice is trying to let her know that, hey, this could go if you play this hand with a little positivity. But they really don't want any jack movement, I don't think. I don't think the jack movement will help them. But it's always good to give the options when you can see that they only really have 1 ball in the head. They have balls behind in good position. Canada does. But they only have 1 ball in the head, really. And that's how you get or lose numbers by only having 1 ball in the head. Let's see what Ann's coming up with here. Interesting. Well, she pushed it right on out from the other hand. There it was. So she decided to do it from the other hand, hit the inside of it to take it out. And they were targeting that 1 ball. Again, you have 1 ball in the head. That's the 2 ways you make numbers. 4 it is.
4 big.
Great shot by Nunes to get him right back into the game. Just a question of how they wanted to try and get at it rather than push it out. They tried to just split it, and she hit it right on the button. The 2 classic ways to make big numbers. 1, you only have 1 ball in the head, or your opponent has only 1 ball in the head, and you take it out. 2, you have a lot of balls in the back, and they haven't covered it. Those are the 2 big dangers or big opportunities traditionally. There are other things that happen, but usually when you're talking about I got 1 ball and I want to make a number, that's the way you do it. You take the 1 ball out, or you manage to get the jack back to the back where you have a lot. So you're always got to be guarding against those things, and that was the risk of what Jordan played because they had 2 in there, and then by her playing with a little weight with a couple yards, she knocked one out and went from being like third to being fifth. And Ann made her pay. And now just like that, it's a 2-point game. 6 cents to go. Janice off to a great start here. I'm going to try and save that one for one of my classes.
Oh,
That was a good head and a good example.
yeah.
Joe's got a nice bull here too. Very good. Very good draw bowling by both ladies. I think Janice got that away as smooth as she would like. She kind of put a little grimace on her face when she let it go.
Yeah, she does that, I've noticed.
And it didn't come out of her hand really smooth. It looked like it had a little wiggle on it. Another good ball by Joanna here. Yeah, there you go.
Might have pushed herself.
Yeah, might lose the shot, but you still, again, you're just trying to get position. You're just trying to get balls in the head, so you don't really need to worry about that. And who got the number last time? The one who had the most balls in the head. I think Janice has missed it again here. Not ideal there. It really would have been better, even 2 or 3 yards behind would have been better. Unfortunate, but she is holding. See if Joanna can get another solid ball here. It's really good. Is it going to finish? Oh, nice effort. Similarly, the U.S. only has one ball in the head right now, so Ann really needs, even though they're holding, they really need to get another one in, and they don't have any position either. I think that's one of the underappreciated things about Ann and Janice. I've known them for a very long time, is they're both very, very smart.
Mm-hmm.
They're very smart ladies. And there's Ann. Again, I think she's just trying to reach that back ball if she can. If she happens to be a little narrow, she's hitting her own, so either one of those would be good. And it's nothing wrong with this. Kind of another ball in the head. It did kind of trickle away from her. So we're 2/3 of the way down. Canada with an 11-9 lead. Again, this World Bowls Americas qualifying tournament. At this point, they're doing a double round robin. US 5-0 beating Canada at this time yesterday. But Canada has one more plus point, being 4-1, setting up this to be a winner-take-all match. But a tie will favor the US. And the winner goes to World Bowls, and the loser does not. 2027. It's just the damn shame. Or here's Jordan. A little action on the jack could be good. Oh, good bowl. Good bowl. Well done. Not sure if she's holding or not, but it's much better. Yep, she is. Again, with all the movement of the jack of the bowl, you can see like a Janice would be better have been like 3 yards behind or something than to be that 2 yards short. And she knows it. Don't tell her something she doesn't know. You can see with the jack moving all over the place all the time. bowls getting transferred because there's very, very strong play here. And the wind is kind of slowed down. I hate to call down the thunder, but it's kind of eased. Here's Ann again. So it's just going to stop. Nice effort.
Don't jinx us.
And it's just very gentle. There's a light breeze, but it's not like liftoff or like we were having before. And Jordan with her second. She's having a nice shot. Kind of free the jack. Trying to see if she can get a draw. I don't think she's got the pace here. I don't think she got the pace there. Might have got in Ann's way though. I think they're looking, maybe coming the other way and coming crosshead and either pushing that ball up or getting to the shot pole. So instead of playing the hand they just played because Jordan may have blocked it to play the other hand, got a little more positive, trying to slide underneath the front of the head and either get to that ball or pop their own up. I think that's what they're eyeballing if she can't think she can draw around that ball in front. See if she thinks she can make it. She's out to just kind of play that same hand again, but I think she's playing a little more forceful. Trying to get a little promotion. A little promotion, yeah, the chop lie on her own there. Well, I think she was playing underneath that ball with weight, and she could either do what she did, kind of pop it in, kind of a chop lie shot, or she could have hit the shot ball out if she happened to come underneath with that weight. We're having a little powwow at the we're standing at the coach here, Team Canada. I think you might be seeing kind of one of the shots is just kind of, you see how Joanna's kind of waving to kind of come forceful. I think they've got 2 seconds, looks like. So she could just kind of jack her bowl shot, but something forceful underneath there to make sure that she can get to it. Almost a shot and play just on the other hand. Just gotta have the pace to get underneath here. Hanging a little bit. They had 2 seconds, so they get it for them. I'm pretty sure it's 2 seconds, so it's just going to be 1 for the U.S., I think. Yeah. But it is 1 more for the U.S.
Close game, 10-11.
Oh, man. 5 ends to go now. 1 point lead for Canada. So again, starting tomorrow, I think there's not going to be a playoff game, so I believe we're starting at noon.
Oh, we get to sleep in.
Noon will be our first game that we have a broadcast for. That'll be the first match. And,
That's good.
but we're moving to 4s and singles for the...
So, first game at noon, men's 4s, Brazil versus Canada. women's fours, Brazil versus the U.S. 2 games on tap tomorrow. 12 p.m. and 3 p.m.
All right. A good bowl by Joe. Nice position by Janice. Nothing wrong with being, about 5 feet through. Nice Joe. Joe has really been finding her draw. She's been just a touch more consistent than Janice. Another good bowl. Good bowl there by Janice. Nice adjustment. That shot now. She must have heard me. Probably a jack and bowl shot here. Can just add a little bit. You can use the same line and just add a yard. Would be pretty good. I just kind of had the same bowl essentially. Just kind of having the position she can afford to just kind of play it on through her own.
Yep.
She needs to get there. Not ideal there.
Seem to hold out there.
I think you can play this. You're underneath purple. Movement's good. Your weight.
Being a little more forceful and she can get that bowl out. She'll be sitting 3. I think it's probably like being like a yard on jack of bowl shot. Preferably the bowl. Just coming across here. And she did add the weight. Did you keep it on the green? No, all the way in the ditch. A little too much weight, I think. It's US holding 1. Down 1 on the board, up 1 in the head.
A real quick update while they're chatting. There are 2 other games going on the screen. After 16 ends, Argentina and the USA in men's pairs. US is up 13-9. And the other game on the green right now is Brazil and Jamaica, also men's pairs. Brazil ahead 21-7.
And we were doing triples, but both of those were best of 5 triples, and Argentina has already clinched both of those and played their 5 rounds, their 5 games. And Argentina has won both of those. So they'll be going toward bowls for both of those disciplines. Canada and the US had already qualified, so it was just a 2-horse race there between Argentina and Brazil, with Jamaica not fielding a team. Congratulations to Argentina. All right. Jordan here. She's going to play the same kind of jack or bull shot, but preferably trying to get to the bowl if she can. And then she'd be sitting at least 2, probably 3. Not far away, just sliding underneath. It's done well to get another one behind.
Might be changing to that. Play first.
She asked about changing that.
I think they're just trying to slide underneath those bowls there. I think she found the line here. Short. It's just getting to be a lonely bowl there. second. Let's have a little more pace to get underneath Ann's. Didn't have the road there that she needed to get in there. I think they, Janice calling for a draw here. I think it'd be probably the best. Ann's got her last one. They really kind of could use a second. So they can't just take the one ball out and sit two. Pretty good here by Enzo. Looks really good there. And I think, is she sitting on the jack? I think she is. I think she hit that ball. Yeah, that's actually very helpful to have a toucher there too. So she didn't increase the profile at all and got a second in there because that ball was already, I mean, she kind of just found it right between the two. It was the near perfect ball. So she got a toucher, didn't move anything, and didn't make it bigger, the target. It's a hell of a shot there. Okay, wowzers. Have a little consult here. See what it is that they're talking about. And they do have best back. It looks like it's pretty. Here, switch this angle. It looks like it's pretty close to the tee. So if there was a kill, I don't know. I'm not sure. I think they might be sitting. The U.S. might be sitting right on the tee. So if there happens to be a kill, I think it just could have won. All right. Well, consult's ordered. Jordan's going for it. Trying the same kind of shot here. Well, she got one out. Got a piece of the head there.
So she was trying to move the jack over to her too by doing that.
Yeah, just trying to hit the pile just like she was doing with the other. She just wanted to, just hit the target this time. But still one for the U.S. and now they've pulled to a tie now. They've won 3 ends in a row and have now this thing at 11.
11-11.
So this 18-end match has now become a 4-end match. We're right back where we started again.
It's a nail biter.
Figured it would be.
Yeah, we did.
Pretty high stakes. The winner gets to play for a world championship next year. The loser stays at home. Four more ends. If it does end up in a tie, it does favor the U.S. because they are 5-0 right now. Janice with a good opener here. Looks pretty solid. Yeah, beautiful there. Yeah, again, I think a front toucher even. I think that just got to the jack.
And just grabbed her chalk.
You can see the shadow of Ann grabbing the chalk.
Oh, yeah. I like the long shadows on the screen.
Yeah, one of the reasons they picked this venue is we think we had to have lights in case it went long. Joe's a little heavy there. And pretty please. Do it again, Janice. Okay, not a time to be afraid of it. Just, better you break it than your opponent. She's going to come up short here. Again, she would have been better off just being 2 yards behind. Again, with a front toucher, but Jack's definitely not going to go forward.
Right, and then cover the one in the back, right, at least.
They would be better off, where Joanna is, about 3 yards behind. Better effort here by Joe, I think. Really nice here. One in the back and one on the jack right behind it. Very nicely done. to be behind her. Just really trying to find that ball is good, and no shorter than that for sure. She should be well around that her in the front ball. She got a jack high, got another one in the head at least. Must look like she bounced that one a little bit. I think that robs some of the distance. And now that Joe's got position, now she can, probably second still. Looks like she's got second. And Joe can afford to just kind of have a little go at this. Just trying to stick to that yard over and see if she can get a little piece. Yeah, just kind of sliding by. It just doesn't seem like the same game we've been watching earlier today. The quality of balls is just amazingly high here.
This game versus
the other two, yeah. Just there's a reason why they're 5-0 and 4-1. They've just played so well. I mean, yeah, are there errant balls here and there, but man, there's just some absolutely spectacular shots too. It's helped that the wind has kind of almost died down to near nothing. So we don't have to worry about liftoff anymore. Here's Ann trying to get something behind. Little touch and in. Yes, very well done. Just a multiple option shot, using that one to come in. Even if she slid, if she was clean, then she's got a good position ball between those two. As it is, she hit that ball and promoted it into the position. So she got a two-way.
Right.
She got another one framing the jack, making a very small profile on it, and she got the back ball on it.
Twofer.
Just kind of put one right in the triangle of Joe's balls. I managed to get a second shot out of it as well. Jordan's firing here. Got that front ball. I think both are out. Yep. Kind of cleaned out that unintentional blocker by Janice. So if the jack happens to go out of bounds, we respot on the 2 meter mark, which they're calling the T, in case you don't know. So that's why Janice is saying, because there's a pretty high probability when the jack is kind of squeezed between two balls like that, there's a high probability that it's going to go out of bounds sideways, which would mean that it would be respotted onto that 2 meter mark. And we call it a T because you usually mark it with the chalk, with the T, and that's what's there. So that's what Janice is saying. Maybe draw one to the T here, so that if she does drive and does hit it, that we'll have the shot again. Because I don't know yeah, they're down right now. I think Ann's may have been trying for it, but she's ended up with kind of like a block. I don't think she did the block though. If anything, she's given her a win ball. Joanna's got a couple off. She could, wail away at it again, or she could play like a little overdraw, like a couple yards on the bend. I kind of like that a little bit better because of the profile being so narrow. It really helps to have a lot of turn on it. So if you turn, then you can get through. I know MS is watching. We call it the sexy benders usually, I think. It's just something that's like about 3 yards through or something. Something that's going to have a little bit of bend, but with some weight. See, that was, I think, the weight. See, that's that 3 yards through weight. She just kind of missed the line. Mm-hmm. But with that weight, she could still hit the profile, and you get a little bit of a bend. Because you have a bend, then it's going to come into the head better than just something that's almost straight with a drop. All right, now that's a similar kind of situation for Ann. Nothing's really changed. I think it's kind of, I don't want to say it, kind of a wasted ball or last ball. I think she would do better because she's not blocking anything. She's better off adding to the count or putting it behind, preferably. I don't know what exactly she was trying to do. I'm not in her head.
What's the danger in the back right now?
They do have the one, but they're down a couple right now in the back. If it gets all the way to the back, and I think they're down 1 or 2 on the tee. So I would like to think this will be on the tee, and then just say, Jordan, see if you can do it. Yeah, it does. Again, it does. I mean, it kind of is helpful. At least it's behind. So if the jack kind of squirts sideways, if she tries that, that's kind of the catcher for the sexy bender now. Now, if she plays that 3 yards weight, if it doesn't make it all the way out, then it could be right to that bull. So let's get a side view here.
Afternoon shadows here.
Yeah, it's really kind of fighting it. So I'm pretty sure that one. It's hard to describe. I missed my telestrator. But they have that one bowl that's back there, I think, is the tee. I think it's just one that they have. It's very hard to tell. But they wanted to try for the kill. But again, because it's such here, I'll go back to this. It's just a narrow profile. I mean, that head's pretty small. You try and hit it this way. It'd be different if you rotated those two bowls 90 degrees. Then you have a bowl, jack bowl. That's a bigger target to try and hit. But when they're almost in a mine, then it's a very small profile to try and hit. So that's why the sexy bender's kind of good, because you got it with a little bit of a bend, and you're just almost taking all the bias out of it. The more bias you can get, the better off you're going to be to try and hit something with that kind of flat profile. All right, but the consult's over. Let's see what Jordan's going to try here. Big shot in this match. Yeah, she's just going for the drive here. I think it's going to be tight. Yeah. So that should be 2 more for the U.S. here. I don't think it's 3. I think it's 2.
I think it's 2 also.
Yeah, they're already picking up the jack, so I'm just double checking. I want to make sure they put it on the scoreboard. And it's 2. Yeah, that's 2. So just like that, the U.S. has their first lead of the match, 13-11. 3 ends to go. They've won 4 ends in a row. They were down 11-5 after 11 ends. And the 4-1-1-2 later, now they've got the lead 13-11. Really, a lot of it has been, Janice has had a really solid, not just like a good bowl, like a great bowl. It's really been kind of dictating the pace early on.
Right, the last few ends.
Whereas Joanna was kind of getting that early on. That's kind of helping to drive it, and then it's convert. But, a little bit of a miss there by Janice. Opens the door for Joanna. Needs to hurry. Still a good bowl though. Maybe 2.5 feet short there. All the other games are finished now.
There's a crowd watching them.
Yeah, everybody's watching this, and rightly so. And another short one by Janice. Not helping the cause there.
Yeah, so the other 2 games that finished up, Argentina, USA men's pairs, US took that game 14-10. So they went undefeated. Yes, and men's pairs, Brazil, Jamaica, and Brazil took that.
Yeah. Nice bowl here by Joanna. Beautiful bowl there. That makes 2. Pretty good position there. I think Janice is going to stick with it. Stick with that same hand and see if she can get all the way around. She's just been kind of short with the first 2. No business being short here. I think she's short again. Shorter than the other 2. Wow. Just really opening the door now for Canada. Just when you get on top and just kind of a little bit loose there. Let's see if Joanna, Canada can make her pay. Looks pretty good here. Getting a little touch on that ball. Yeah, it's a good ball, good position, get something behind. Helps Ann to see it. Kind of turned it over a little bit. I mean, just you can see quality loop. I mean, Janice has been really outstanding over the last few ends, but she's just a little loose here. And Joanna just wasn't doing too bad, but she turned it up a notch in this end, and you can see the big difference now. They're holding 3 and have all the position. Ann's going to have to go to work here. Not sure if they're going to have a time limit. What's the time limit on this thing?
2 hours and 15 minutes stick in my head, but I can't.
Well, if that's the case, then we're kind of close to it because it's 10 after, right? 5 right now. And I would say we'd have 5 minutes left. So. All right, here's Ann trying to be nice and positive so you should get a piece of this head somehow. Jack would be great here.
Yeah.
Oh, great shot. Just unlucky. She gets the jack, but it runs into that back ball. So I think it's still 3 down. It's just the jack has moved from kind of being out there to being against the back ball there. Little unlucky. Great shot by Ann.
Yeah, they got 4 minutes.
Little short there.
Yeah, we just worked with there are time limits on these games. And, there's 4 minutes left.
So I don't know if this thing's going to go 18 ends. This thing might only go 17. And again, if it's a tie, the U.S. will advance to World Bowls. Really big that this is a big end. Some big shots here by Ann. Even just to cut it to 1 would be huge.
All the way. Oh, go.
Very good, Ann. Very good.
Very good shot there to cut it to 1. Trying to get a second in here. Again, they started it right when the bell rang at 3. They were rolling the jack. Everybody knew in the condition of play. I think it was a 2-hour, 15-minute time limit, and right now I see 3 minutes left. I don't think that made it.
The gowns are closer than the last goal with Jordan's.
Again, part of it is because there's been a lot of close heads, and so, it's one thing when somebody's up 10 or 15, you're just kind of playing it out. But there's been a lot of tricky heads, a lot of good play, obviously high stakes, extremely high stakes.
A lot of coach discussions going on. So.
Yeah, I mean, how many times has Canada consulted with their coach? So it's not like it's one team. It's not like the U.S. is dragging their feet.
No, I don't think anybody's doing any of that.
If anything, it's been pretty equal, I think, with regards to the consult time. I mean, if you had I always talked about, Bill Brault said we should have like a chess clock for some people.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see if we get a good view of the head here. I think it's 1. I think it's just 1.
No, I think, yeah, because
That one's Ann's. The one on the right's Ann's that she just delivered with her last ball. I think is second. So Ann's trying to come, I think, drawing crosshead to get another one in. She really doesn't want to push in that ball that's in the front spot there. Just trying to get underneath. If she can hit the jack of the ball is good. A little edge here would help. Redirect. Oh, nearly got it. Probably got a couple seconds now. Jordan's trying to get one in here. Push it in. And Canada, if they do, when they're holding, if they do score, they're probably going to hustle to get this jack down. It should be, anyways. So she needs the inside of Ann's ball. Oh, didn't quite do it. They're trying to hustle. So they've got the word that said move. I think Janice is like double checking to make sure it's just one. She's going to try and do a quick measure just to be sure. I think they got a minute, so they should be able to get the jack down and be sure about that. All right. So that's one for Canada. Goodness gracious.
What was one for Canada? Oh, I thought we were, oh yeah, they were holding. Sorry.
They were holding, yeah. So 13 to 12 now, and really, according to the time limit, there's 1 minute left. There's an army behind us of Canadian and U.S. players going from one end to the other to watch this finish up. Almost assuredly, this is going to be the last end. In fact, I'm gonna just make a call on the scoreboard here. So they played 16 ends. Canada's won 9. U.S. has won 7. U.S. is up 13 to 12.
It's a barn burner.
If U.S. wins or ties, they go to World Bowls. Canada wins, they go to World Bowls, and it's all going to come down to this last end. Last 6 bowls each. A couple yards through. I assume they've gotten the word somehow.
Yeah. We get from the ITOs that the jack was delivered with 37 seconds left to spare.
37 seconds left, so this is definitely officially the last end. Pretty good one by Janice. Again, the U.S. should really be smart and know that a tie favors them, so they can afford to give up 1 and still go to World Bowls. Canada has to get a 2. This is almost assuredly going to come down to the last shot. Right. Joe's put 1 in the back. It's a little heavy with this one as well. Again, really would like another one, right? Here at the jack, please.
And one between the backings.
Again, the U.S. does not need to win this end. They just need to keep Canada from getting 2.
So
Yeah. Yeah.
Right here. Get it all the way. Great bull there by JB. Great bull there. But as long as Joanna has those 2 back there, they've still got a hope.
we need to cover it. The U.S. needs to cover it there.
I can see Joanna playing like a jack or bull shot. Similar kind of weight and just kind of dislodge it. No business being short here. It's pretty high. I don't know if this is going to come down. She's just going to put another one behind. I wonder if Anne's going to call for another bull in the head.
See?
Yep. She wants another bull ahead, maybe another foot. Be okay if Janice added a yard. So Janice's last bull of this tournament. Doesn't need jack movement. Hitting the bull would be good. Look at this. Clutch bowls by Janice Bell. Clutch bowls. So she's got 2 on the jack. Possible to get them both out with 1. I think you'll see Anne probably finding the back. I think you'll see Jordan kind of attacking this head.
All right, split them maybe.
Yeah, she needs to. Those cannot stay. Those cannot stay. And 1 is not enough for them. So even if she splits them and gets a shot, it's not, it's helpful to start with, but she's got to do it early. All right. There's Jordan. Just gonna slide by. I think she's gonna make it. Just sliding by. Decent position though. Alright. I think Anne would be wise to kind of cover the back. She just really needs something behind, I think, here. I mean, Janice has just set her up beautifully. I mean, I don't, again, I'll just emphasize, I don't think either one of these teams have been kind of sandbagging. It's just been obviously a very close game, very high stakes, very good bowls, very close heads, a lot of intricate, tricky heads. So there's, been reason to have consults. So it doesn't shock me that this happens to just be, ended up being a 17 end game at a scheduled 18. And it's kind of fighting the sun here.
Yeah, she's got to get to the back, don't you think?
I would think so. I don't think she really needs to get another one in the head. I think she's better off just trying to get one all the way back. I'm trying to target even that first bowl. Last bowl, Jordan's would be okay, or splitting these. This is a good home, I think. I think that's a good home for it. That kind of takes away that triangle. So that's one triangle that's taken care of. And I think the next is like, not necessarily the T, but splitting those other three. Jordan's got 2 bowls left to try and make something happen. Ann doesn't have to make anything happen because Janice has set it up beautifully for her. Jordan's got 2 more to try and make something happen here. Frankly, I'm surprised she didn't try and just whack it. She's kind of trying this kind of finagling shot. Just trying to kind of, I don't know if she's setting up for a drag. I mean, it's not really doing anything. They got 1 bowl left. And Ann's got a choice. She can just try and do the same kind of thing or just put it all the way in back. She's got a penguin trot on up there. Take a look.
I think penguins waddle. They don't trot.
I know, but I mean, it's Ann. Ann loves her penguins.
Yes, she does.
So it's all I think about when I see it. Hope those of you at home have been enjoying this. This has been a hell of a ride. Regardless of how this, again, I've said it multiple times this match, one of these teams is not going to World Bowls, and that is a crime. They both played so well. All right, looks like Anna is going to go to the back, trying to get best back or T, trying to match that back bowl. A little steamy, needs it to kind of stop. Yeah, just kind of overcooked it. All right, so both teams have 1 bowl left. I think Ann will be very happy if she doesn't have to roll another one. Because the only reason Ann would have to roll another one is if she needs to score for some reason.
Yeah, if Jordan steals.
Jordan needs to turn this into 2, what she's got right now. She's down 2. She does have the 3 best back. But Canada has to get 2 here.
Yeah.
I mean, even if they get 1 and it's a tie, U.S. is better off just like not playing it. Just, okay, that's fine.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely.
And hopefully Ann knows that. I'm sure she does.
Oh, of course.
I'm sure she does. And U.S. would finish with the better record. All right, here we go. Last bowl in the mat, or potentially. Last bowl for Jordan, regardless.
There's the heavy.
She fires at it.
Coming.
Close. Oh, she got it and killed it. Oh, don't know if it went. I think it went out. They're taking a look to see if it's out. If it's in, I think the U.S. is holding. And it's out. Now the question is, how many is it? Is it 1 or 2? They're going to get the ITO. Again, this is why you see that Ann really wanted to try and get one in with her second bowl to make sure that she didn't have to come down to this. So great shot by Jordan. So Jordan did what she needed to do. And I'm pretty sure that it is 2. Yeah, it looks like 2 for them. So Ann's got her choice. She can either, really it's a draw on either hand. Whatever she feels, and just trying to get second shot here is enough. Wouldn't shock me if she just played the same hand and then just dropped the weight. So Jordan did what she needed to do. So if it stays like this, Canada will go to World Bowls. They'll win this one 14-13 and win on the tiebreaker by plus points, by 2 plus points. It holds. Then Ann could just draw to get second shot and force the tie. Good shot out of it. Because it all comes down to this entire tournament. It's really heavy. Yeah, afraid so.
Wow.
Great match though by both teams.
Good job, Canada.
Well played. Canada and Jordan Koss and Joanna Cooper will advance to World
Shot of the
Bowls
century.
with a 2 on the last. I got a feel for the U.S. team, but a great bowling by Canada. Great bowling. They deserved it. Good all the way around. Well, hopefully you enjoyed the broadcast we brought to you today. Especially if you're Canadian, you probably love that. So,
Again, we have 2 games on tap tomorrow, one at noon.
yeah, we'll start at noon tomorrow, and then we'll have another one at 3. But so we'll get the morning off. You'll get the morning off, and we're switching to 4s. I think both the games we're going to have are 4s. There'll be some singles out there as well, but we're going to be having 4s. So,
4s on TV. Men's 4s at 12 p.m. Brazil, Canada. Women's 4s 3 p.m. Brazil, U.S.
all right. So I've been Scott Roberts.
And I'm still Jackie Hogan.
Still Jackie Hogan. Pam Edwards sitting there silently, but thank you for watching. We hope you enjoyed the broadcast. Have a good night, everybody.